Hello, hi, and welcome back to the channel. Yes, today's going to be an English video. Story time. Yes, I have decided to put some story time in my channel. I feel like it's like you're getting to know me more. The story time is going to be about me changing my religion. So I went from being a Christian to become a Muslim. Yes, I did it. I'm no longer a Muslim. I'm back to Christianity. But if you guys are interested, stay tuned. But before that, subscribe to the channel, like and share the video, and give me a thumbs up if you like it, of course, at the end. Activate the notification bell. Every time I'm going to be posting, you're going to be seeing it. You are going to be in with my family. All right, okay, let's get started. When I was back home, I used to like date a lot of Muslim guys, and I was actually living like in a Muslim city, so I was around Muslim people a lot. My first guy that I ever had, the guy that I was really in love with, he was a Muslim, and I don't know, for some reason they were actually talking to me a lot. Actually, I started a relationship. Wait, before that, every time that there was like fasting, they were fasting or they were having like something, I was doing the most. I was fasting with them. I knew how to speak the language, which was Fulbe. I used to speak a little bit of Fulbe because I actually was dating a lot of Fulbe guys. So I started dating this guy. He was my friend at first, and I fell in love with him. This was the first guy that I was really in love with. That was my first love. This is the guy that made me lose my mind. And I think I was 17 at the time when I fell in love with him, and we were still very young. I was 17, he was 18, and nothing happened. I get to like 18 years old, shit went down, of course. I got to 18 years old, it was a little bit more intense. So I was really in love with the guy. He was so affectionate. He would buy me what I want, like cookies and stuff like that. You know, at 17, I was not like the new generation. That generation was a little bit slower than this generation. He traveled to go to Canada, and I came here in the United States. My first job was at the Pizza Hut. A year later, I started working at the Dollar Tree. I was still in contact with the guy. I was still in love with the guy. Really couldn't wait to see him. And really, it was something that I just couldn't get enough of. I felt like I was possessed at this point. I don't know, but I was so in love with the guy. Yeah, so I started working at the Dollar Tree, and there was this guy who came out. He kept on coming in. He was Muslim. Actually, he changed his religion as well, I believe, and he kept on talking, "Oh, my African queen." Every time that I was in there and he was coming in, he would talk about Islam every single time. So he kept, "Oh, my African sister," and at that time I had a lot of Ethiopian friends. They were talking about it. I was still around Muslims. I was still around Islam, and at some point, I don't know what happened, but I became very interested in changing religion, because in my mind I was so in love with this guy that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna change my religion for him, which is a big mistake. You don't change religion because you are in love. But I was so in love with the guy that I changed my religion. I was willing to change my religion because in my mind I was like, I want to be one of his wives. Yes, I was believing in polygamy as well. Polygamy. How do you say it? Polygamy? Polygamy. Polygamous? Anyways, I was willing to be the first, the third, the second, or the third wife of this guy, because I already knew that the first wife was supposed to be supposed to be from his region in Africa, the region in Cameroon, and she was supposed to be a Muslim. So I was willing to be a second wife or a third wife. So let me tell you, it shows you how bad it was, right? So talked to the guy and I was telling him my intentions and stuff. He was like, oh, don't do that, because if you don't feel like it, though, he wasn't actually okay with it. He was just like, no, don't worry about it. It's not something, it's not that serious. Like, if you are not used to it, I don't think it's a good idea for you to like change the religion and stuff. But I didn't tell him that I didn't tell him that I was doing that for him. But I spoke with the guy who kept on coming into the store. I was like, oh, you know what, I'm actually pretty interested in changing my religion. I actually want to become a Muslim. All the other girls, they were so okay, they were so happy that I was supposed to change my religion, right? So we made an appointment. The guy made an appointment for me at the mosque, and I think that day, he actually, was it the one? I think he was the one who went with me, and the other Ethiopian woman, I believe. They both went with, I don't remember who went with me, but I was with someone in there. And the imam, okay, they put all the stuff on me, and the imam started like, you know, telling me to repeat stuff. The stuff that he was saying, he was actually saying that in English. And at some point he said, I am accepting that, I'm accepting that Jesus Christ is not the Son of God. And oh my God, I repeated that. And let me tell you, I felt so bad that I said it, because I felt like I was betraying my religion. I felt like Judah a little bit, and I was very uneasy about that. I said that I became a Muslim, but in my mind it was so wrong, because I was born a Christian. I was a Protestant, born a Protestant, and I went to Catholic school from, I don't know how many, from which grade to like 12, up to 12th grade. For like years I was into religion, a religious school. So basically I grew up into religion, and to me it was just so crazy that I was like, damn, why did I say that Jesus is not the Son of God? You know what I mean? I mean, that we all believe in God, but for them it was not Jesus. I started realizing that I was not gonna make it when every time that I was praying, I pray Jesus. I pray to Jesus. I pray and I say God instead of saying Allah. The lady and my other friend who was from Sudan, they kept on showing me how to pray and all that, which was actually they were very patient with me. But the guy who kept on saying my African queen, he was not very patient, because I actually met other people outside of my little crew and they all knew where I was working at. So they were coming in the store, wasn't wearing the thing, and my hair was out. My gosh. Oh, my African queen, why are you wearing tight pants? Oh, my African queens, why are you not covering your hair? Wow, my African queen, why? And then this other woman who kept on coming in there, and she was saying basically the same thing that he was saying, and I felt so pressured. I was like, dang, why am I being so pressured to like do all that? Because I know a lot of like Muslims that don't cover their hair, that wear basically what they want, but like still decent. You know what I mean? I was not even like showing any part of my skin. I was at work, and I'm like, you're not gonna come to my place of work to put pressure on me to wear my I don't even know, my chador. I don't know how to say my chador. how do you say that thing that covers all? Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, it's just pressuring me into it. Actually, I found a picture of me back home. My friend actually gave me that thing as a gift. There's a picture. That's me. Yeah, so it shows you that I was actually willing to become a Muslim, but I did realize that in my heart, in my soul, I was not one, and I was probably never going to be one, because at the end of the day I was still praying Jesus. I was still like thinking about like God, trying to read the Bible, even though I was doing my best not to. They gave me like the Quran. I was reading the Quran, I was reading the Bible. Sometimes I'm like trying to compare, and then I kind of saw some similarity. Actually, there was some similarities between both books, but some others, you know. And I realized like, yeah, I don't think this is for me. And I revert back to being a Christian. I don't want to say that was a mistake. I want to say it was a good experience. But if you are trying to change your religion, do it for the right reason. Because if your heart and soul is not into it, it will never ever, you will never be one. Basically, it's just gonna be like yeah, but in your soul you are not one. And this is actually something that is pretty serious if you want to like be with a Muslim guy or someone that is very radical. And the guy was like a Muslim. I don't want to say if it's like radical, because actually he was dating girls that were not Muslims. But right now he's like pretty radical, because I'm still in contact with him. I will not forget him in my life ever. But I will not become a Muslim anymore for anybody, because it's not for me. I did it out of love, and I thought that I could become a Muslim, because even before that I was actually doing stuff, you know, a little bit like, but I quickly realized that the religion was not for me. So I just, you know what, it's not for me. It's not for me. I am a Christian in my soul, in my heart, in my mind. So it was very, very difficult for me to become one. That's my story about, you know, changing religion, becoming a Muslim. If you're really into it, you just do it. But you have to be committed. You have to follow every single rules that they do have in there, and which is not bad. I'm very liberal, so it was a problem for me when they were telling me what to do and coming to my place of work to tell me that. So yes, that's me when I changed my religion. If you like the story, thumbs up the video, share and like it, and I will see you. Actually, subscribe to the channel, and activate the notification bell. Every time I'm gonna post, you're gonna be seeing it. And me, I will see you next time in the next video.